The following program is rated TVMA. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Ring-a-dang-dang, Wrestlemania is just finished. Let's pop this up. Cheers to that. Night one, night two. Guys, I'm the host of the Buzzing with Marlowe podcast. I am yours truly, Warren Marlowe. And of course, today is a very special Commission Talks episode. We about to talk about Wrestlemania. As you know, it just finished just now. We had night one yesterday, and then we had night two today. A lot of been interesting reactions in the social media world. But guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Kick, Tumble, Threads, all of it. We are there, man. Type it up. We are there. Also, man, make sure y'all follow the 1130 podcast as well on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on the X, and most importantly, on TikTok. Yes. And as y'all know, Commission Talks ain't one, it is two. And I am about to bring my boy on. He is rolling on in here. He's been whooping that tricks chant all damn night. So I know he's ready to talk about some pro wrestling, and we about to have some fun. We about to talk about night one and night two all in order, and you're going to have some fun. Yeah, I got my cold one, and we about to have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing him on in. He should be getting a Hot Wheels deal in 3, 2, 1. Mr. Dre on Wheels from the 1130 podcast. What up, bro?
What's up, my guy? What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How you been?
Good. Everything been going well.
Did you have a good WrestleMania weekend?
Yeah, I had to take a little eat break.
Trust me.
War up appetite a little bit.
Ended literally on time tonight. Both nights ended exactly at 10 o'clock. Actually, before 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean that's something. Yeah, ended before 10.
So I know we talked about it last time on Commission. Is there a guarantee, a go-to meal that you always have on WrestleMania weekend?
Some pizza and some wings.
Bro, there it is. Now I had to change it up a little bit since we got 2 nights. I did wings last night, and then I did pizza tonight. I just had to switch it up a little bit. You know, you gotta make it evened out. So, hey, man. But hey, I don't know if you have a drink or whatever, but hey, this was to another WrestleMania. 42 is in the books.
WrestleMania. WrestleMania 42 is in the books, man. I guess we get into it, man. Right? I mean,
all right, man, let's
did you like it?
Obviously, we're gonna go right in order. We're gonna talk about night one, and then we're gonna talk about night two as well. Guys, like we said, if you are just coming in, we are talking about WrestleMania, as well as it just happened last night and just now. There's a lot to talk about. Obviously, us two big wrestling fans, this is Christmas to us. I think that's the best reference for it. I mean, it's so cool now. And you and me being dads, bro, we get to watch this with our kids. It's a moment for us in this. And my wife, she doesn't really like watch wrestling repetitively like she used to, but it's like, what up, Tino? How's it going, brother? Nigel, how's it going, man? How's it going? But I mean, it's now like a ritual. Like we get to have something with our kids to watch something like this. It's not like our only selves watching wrestling anymore. How's that
Yeah.
feel for you?
I mean, it's cool, man. You know, I mean, little man been asking me all day, "What you doing? Monday Night Raw?" Nah, WrestleMania, man. Cause when I pull out the computer and what you call me, you think I'm doing Monday Night Raw? Even on Friday, he be like,
Very
"You doing
nice.
you doing Friday Night Raw?" No, I ain't doing Friday Night Raw though. But I said I'm doing WrestleMania today. He said, "You did it last night." Yeah, I said, "Yeah, it's too nice. It's too nice though." But
He's
yeah, man.
lucky too, man. You imagine this? Like when this was our era, when we were kids, bro. This was on pay-per-view. If we didn't have the box, we weren't getting this damn show. I remember I'm on AOL all night just waiting for the results of WrestleMania every single year.
I used to do that, man. That taking me
Boy,
back,
I used to get in so much trouble.
or watch the scrambled TV and just try to figure it out when it happens. You just listen to the audio, you know. That was me. That was me every pay per view, man.
Bro,
And the
I
crazy thing
couldn't fix
is,
the antenna thing, so I'm sitting there watching. I remember we done that many times for a Super Bowl, where it was all static and whatever, but you're sitting there just trying to play with it just so you can get a little bit of the screen, even if it's no volume. You still tried to watch this thing.
yeah,
So they don't know how good they got
almost.
it nowadays.
Well, yeah, kind of, but yeah. I remember that. I when Kane used to come out with the pyro, and that's the only time the screen would get clear back in the day, though. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was cool. I think the biggest thing that I said I was gonna make a video too, and I think I still am later on tonight once everything gets settled though. But yeah, the time frame, like you mentioned, it ended before like what 9:45, and I'm
I was shocked.
assuming.
I was
Yeah,
shocked
I
the main
am.
event was
I,
announced before 8:30.
yes, and I was when that happened, I was like, "Yo, we missing like two matches here. We missing a match or two.
I know. I
Like,
was looking at. I'm like, how many matches did we have?
yeah, like we had six tonight and seven last night,
We had 7
and
last week.
yeah, like I felt like it was missing like an extra match or two, but I felt like the matches though, especially night one. Now night two, everything seemed to flow on night two though, but night one, the matches were so short, and I was just trying to understand that. Like, I seen one like the I Show Speed 6-man tag team match that was like
Speaking
7 minutes.
of that,
The
for real.
women matches they were all under like 10 minutes or whatever like that, you know. But that match itself, right there, I mean, it was cool. Like I said, it was short, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, why is it ending this short though? But
I
we
mean, they paced
seen
it out. I will say this: they did pace it out decently. I mean, you got
did they? I
Speed
mean,
in there. You
I
got
think it
Speed in
because it
there,
was on
but you
ESPN.
can't.
I felt like it was on ESPN, and that's why it was rushed. They needed to hurry up and end it before the hour was up.
Well, yeah,
And
you know they had that 2-hour sample, whatever they wanted to give
yeah, it was only an
Drew
hour.
and Jacob.
Yeah, yeah. But it was only an hour. Even the Drew and yeah, but we go. But this match though, it was cool for what it was. And then you did see LA Knight and the Usos
Are you
basically.
feeling that entrance song by the Usos as much as you heard with just Jay Uso song, or does it feel?
I mean,
flat?
they switched it. I mean, it's just us, Us. It's basically Jay entire theme song, but they just changed it instead of it's just
I
me.
mean, the
It's
same
just
theme
us.
song from the whole time. It's just he switched it to say
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
me. Now it's
One
back.
week. Yeah, one week when they was in New York. Yeah, it was a whole new different. Everybody was like, what is this?" But
Yeah.
they just basically just made Jay Uso theme song theirs and just said it's just
So
us
who do
though.
you think
But
this match really benefited? Like really
no one,
credibility wise?
no one besides
Really?
ISO Speed.
I
Besides
mean,
ISO
LA Knight
Speed
got his
and
moment. LA Knight
but
finally got the win in Mania.
I mean, yeah, but it didn't. He didn't. In my opinion, I feel like he didn't. They didn't really get into it. Like it wasn't like, okay, we beating up the Usos, and LA Knight keep getting knocked off the apron, and then all of a sudden he get this hot tag, and he goes on a streak, and he start kicking butt. But that didn't really happen. It was really that ISO Speed got thrown into LA Knight. I mean, excuse me, Logan Paul and Austin Theory for some type of way, and then ISO got thrown into Austin Theory, and they both tag teams just turned on ISO Speed, and basically the Usos and LA Knight took advantage of that, and then ISO did his splash off the top rope. That was really it, and basically hinting that we're probably gonna get a match from Logan Paul and ISO Speed, which would be cool though. But that I didn't feel like, I mean, ISO Speed got the benefit of it, and everybody else that was on
he
ESPN
finally did
too.
get a moment. It wasn't him getting killed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, like that was.
I mean, do you think Jimmy got anything out of this?
I didn't really feel like none of them really got out of it. Not like none of them.
I hate to say it though. I'm glad the Usos are back, and I mean they're one of the best tag teams on this planet. They're gonna go down.
Yeah, but I'm more. But after the last 3 weeks, I'm more interested in seeing what Crash Out Jay gonna do. Even what we seen with him on camera on the jump.
The match. That will be the one negative thing I will say about the match.
And then
I wanted Jay to crash out. I wanted something to be involved with that rapper that he was.
Yes, and I said that, and I said, okay.
I was interested, and that's why I kept saying Jay's not even going to get in the match.
Well, even if he does, I feel like that was the reason that was going to cost him, but that didn't happen. And I felt like that was just a publicity stunt.
This would have been the full celebrity type match you could have done.
Yeah, like I'm more interested in Crash Out Jay, and I want to see what Jimmy gonna do if he is gonna do it. And I just seem like the boat is just missed with LA Knight, though. I mean, like I'm still a fan of him, but I think the boat is just missed with him. Like they ain't gonna do nothing with him. And
it's never gonna end.
Like it's cool. Like I'm cool LA Knight. Yeah, like me and my little man, we'll do that, but I feel like they missed the boat on him. They're not gonna give him the world title. They don't really think highly of him, and that's cool. But Logan Paul, he did his thing. Austin Theory, I love the social media post where Austin Theory talked about how in high school he told people he wanted to be a professional wrestler, and they laughed at him. And he was at WrestleMania, before everything started. And
he went to a wrestling school.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Exactly what school he went to. He was trained by the same guy that trained Alex Kane. I got slightly trained in some way capacity by AR Fox as well. Like what Austin has done, bro. And this is the thing that I am a little upset when it comes to the vision perspective. I am happy Austin Theory is on WrestleMania cards. He deserves to be on a WrestleMania card.
Is that a cash out card?
Logan Paul, you can't have a WrestleMania without Logan Paul on the card. I'm just gonna be blunt on it. The dude has been entertainment from the beginning. He is a heel at its finest. LA Knight, I still say it to it. I know you see a type of way. I know you want to see him get pushed to the moon. I just see LA Knight as a gatekeeper.
Maybe not pushed to the moon, but at least we seen guys like, remember Damian Priest to be example. He won the world title. I don't think he probably win it again no time soon. We seen Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, he won the WWE. No one ever thought he would win it. So I mean, like they could gave him a reign.
The guys that are the champs right now, could you really see LA Knight?
Like yes, the moment they miss, and I guarantee you, the moment they miss was after SummerSlam last year when Seth Rollins came down and cashed in. Hold on, Seth Rollins came down and cashed in, and it was supposed to have been Seth versus LA Knight, which it was, and Seth came down and cashed in on CM Punk after he defeated Gunther, and then the next night they made it official because Seth Rollins had faked the injury and LA Knight had got the win over him, so they made it 1-on-1 for the world title, and instead CM Punk just came out there.
Possibly, remember Seth even said they asked him, "Hey, do you want a number one contender shot after you come back?" He was hesitant because he didn't know if he was going to be able to really go with Gunther.
You something all over.
Who knows what we can get with that? But
I don't know.
Obviously, with this match right here, like I agree, LA Knight will probably get one ring. I don't see him getting more than one.
I don't even see him getting it that now.
I mean, I can see him getting a world title. I don't see him getting.
But I don't even see him getting that now. That's what I'm saying, though. Like I don't. That's what I'm saying. That time.
New opportunity this season. That's
Yeah,
something
I
I
mean,
will honestly
if it
say.
happens, I'll be excited. But if not, like, cool match. ISO speed, he the guy.
He'll be
Like,
great.
so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Next match, like,
All
yeah.
right. Next match obviously was a street fight, unsanctioned street fight. Also, Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu coming out in his culture entrance was really cool with the running fire. That's what it was really called. It's called the fire dance. Um, it was interesting. And I mean, Jacob Fatu is just one bad son of a gun. I hate to say it, they signed Jacob too late, but Jacob is still getting what he has deserved in pro wrestling. Um, and people still don't realize, man, that Jacob used to wrestle the way he does, as lean as he is now, when he was like almost 400 pounds. Like this dude was super big, flipping and flopping all over the place with no hesitation, barefooted. And seeing
Mm.
what Jacob did with Drew, I mean, Drew coming out there in a very cool Highlander entrance was really interesting. So what are your thoughts on Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre?
Well, I'm gonna start off by saying pretty much the same thing about all the matches, though, besides two. One, I felt like it was rushed once again. But two, like it was an unsanctioned match. Man, this match should have went in the crowd. This match should have went in the concession stand. Like this match should have been unsanctioned. Like, and I felt like the street fight between Dirty Dom and Finn Balor was more of a street fight. Yeah, but I felt like that was more of a match, a street
That
fight
was more, yes,
than
yes.
actually Drew and Jacob, which it was nice. Everything that happened in the match was cool. I just felt like it was rushed. It had a couple of more minutes to let it flow and really get into it. And if it was bad blood, especially if Drew was the guy, they never really said it, but they said it. Like Drew was the guy who knocked Jacob's teeth out. So like this was bad blood. Like it would have benefited if it was a Hell in a Cell match. Like that would have been great. But the unsanctioned, it was cool. It was all right. But yeah, it was cool. Jacob got the win, which I expected it, and Drew about to go do his little movie thing for a while. So
My favorite spot was with Drew with the phone.
oh yeah, with his brother, yeah. That was cool. Drew is famous.
I
Yeah,
love
I love Drew
Michael
for that.
Cole in commentary last night. He tells every scene very like strategic. Like when Drew grabbed that phone, he's like, "Did Drew not learn his lesson from last time that he did that? He lost the World Heavyweight Championship." Like just dropped
What's up?
that scene. I wish Drew could have reacted. I really wish
What's
Drew
up?
could have been right next to Michael Cole. Shut your mouth,
Okay,
Cole. Just something with that. I felt like that would have been really cool. Now, I will say this. There were some matches that might have been short, but at the same time, if you tell the story to what the story needs to be, and one thing I will say about all these matches, every match was different. Every
Hmm?
match was different. It wasn't like, hey, I'm going to jump from this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do these 50 finishers. I'm going to do all that. That's not it. If you're going to watch, if you want to watch something like that, this is where my rant's about to go. Pro wrestling does not need to be dictated about length of matches. And that's where fans are really showing that their lackability when they talk about matches now because they're sitting there going, oh, they didn't have
But
enough time.
I disagree on that though. Like especially when we at a time where you got 50 million ads, and now when we on ESPN now, the matches are less than 15 minutes though. Like I call cap though because when we on Peacock, when the matches for WrestleMania, like I was watching WrestleMania back like what yesterday, you've seen the matches flow. They have time, especially if it's unsanctioned. That don't go under 10 minutes.
Football
That don't
game.
go under
No longer
15. That
football.
goes 20, 25 minutes though. That's a brawl. We are beating each other to whoever is left standing. Now the first match, okay, cool. I get it. I show speed in it. You don't really want to risk any injury with him, any insurance, whatever with that.
I mean, he
That's
jumped
cool.
off the damn pole.
But that's what he does though. But that's what he does on his channel, jump off stuff. So
His
that's
little
cool.
ass made it even
But
higher
the
when he jumped.
unsanctioned match, no. That should go on about
They had
20 minutes or
12
so.
minutes.
It was a cool match.
It's a good way to tell a story.
I don't know, man.
Me
If it's
putting
bad,
matches
now,
together, I
now,
put
now,
pro
now,
wrestling
if it's a
matches
Monday
together.
Night Raw or a SmackDown, yes, because you have TV restriction times and everything like that. But when you're on a pay-per-view, oh no, like CM Punk and Drew McIntyre when they did Bad Blood. What'd you say? What's up? Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me, man. Give it to. Hold on, just a second. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Amir, give it to me.
Dad Life
Come
101.
on. I don't know what that is. He got it on his. Come here. Give it to me. He got it on his superstars too, and it's on his It's in the, he put his superstars in the sink. I don't know what that is though. I left it there, and I'm gonna wipe it up. I don't know what that is.
Hey, Mir's fancy
I don't know
booking
what that
over here again.
Yeah, but I don't know. But yeah, like Drew and Punk when the Hell in the Cell, they gave them enough amount of time to tell the story and everything like that. But like I said, Drew and Jacob was definitely a good match. Like it was cool for what it was though. It just was like damn, like what's like why is
I
everything
feel like
just
they told
feeling?
the story what they needed. Now,
But the time it started, it ended. I was like, damn. But other than that, that's the only thing I have a problem with. Other than that, everything else was good.
I mean,
Everything else was good.
My opinion with Drew and Jacob, and we'll definitely tackle on to the next one. My opinion on Drew and Jacob was they went at each other like they were really fighting each other. That's something I will say, believability standpoint. Those two really went at each other like they were out to get each other. Like they wanted this fight. They wanted to make this end. I will say this match, out of all the matches on Mania, this was a storybook ending to a rivalry. And that's something that we didn't get a lot of the endings when it comes to this WrestleMania than what we're used to. Because usually, like we said last year, WrestleMania is usually the storybook ending of a bunch of rivalries from the past year.
But now it really turned on to where it's like
it's the beginning.
Chill out. But yeah, you're right. But now they have really turned this up. Last year, it turned into where, in a way, where stories are either ending or just beginning in a way, though. But
part one,
tonight,
now we're going to part two type.
Yeah. Tonight though, yeah, I felt like that though. But from that match though, yeah, that match was great.
I'm trying to
remember. What else we had that night?
We had
Becky,
Drew and Jacob, AJ and Becky was next.
I think Becky and AJ was following that one.
The women's tag.
The women's tag. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The women's tag match, man.
Let's talk about that one.
The women's tag team match.
We were both. Believe before it happened, Lyra and Bailey were destined to win this match. What happened?
That was your prediction, or you just felt like they were destined?
I believe that Bailey was going to win just based on she wasn't on it last year.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, the matchup, like I said, disclaimer. Just before I start, the last time I said I felt like all the matches, besides Seth and Gunther in the main event, they had a decent amount of time. But this matchup, like I said, I loved all the ladies, man. Charlotte, Alexa, Bailey, Lyra, the Bella Twins, either Nia and Lash Legend, which was her first WrestleMania, and they had an awesome entrance. But then, over, what was it, Friday night, you just kept hearing rumors. I was like, okay, hey. Man, take it for what it was.
I cut it off quick.
Yeah, take it for what it was, though. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. But, even in the Hall of Fame, when they asked Nikki, was she going to be ready? And she shaded away from the answer and kind of try to brush it away. But, she wasn't going to be clear. And then Paige makes her return to WWE. I mean,
back,
I think it's phenomenal. Paige is back. The last person. You know, you got AJ Lee here too, right? And you know, AJ Lee's last matchup in WWE before she left was against Paige. So now you got Paige
Yep.
back, and now Paige was in the matchup
Oh,
with
they're
not
in a tag.
only Charlotte, she was in there with Bailey. Some of the guys, some of the ladies that was around that same form, you know, coming up. You know, she was
Nice.
before them. She was the first NXT Women's Champion, but you know, right after that, you know, obviously you seen Bailey, Charlotte, and all the other girls come up though. But yeah, man, it's phenomenal to see Paige back and what she would do. But my prediction, like I said, on the watch along, I think what's going to happen is the same thing that happened last year when Becky came back and teamed with Lyra. Tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, we're going to get a rematch, hopefully, for the tag team titles with Lash Legend and Nia Jax taking on Brie and Paige. And Lash and Nia went back, they tag team titles, and Paige said, you know what, Shorty, thank you for welcoming me back, but I don't need you. And boom, you know, and Paige go on her dominance, which I think would be great, you know, but I mean, you know, if they team up for a while, they team up. But yeah, I like to see Paige solo dolo, and I'm pretty sure Brie would like to team with her sister, you know, and win the titles when they do. So,
All right. So,
yeah,
who stood out in this match to you?
Lash Legend.
Yes. I will say this: Lash is getting better every time she gets in a ring, and I feel like she's getting it faster than she did in NXT. I felt like she kind of got lost when she first got in NXT, you know, with the Meta Moon or the whatever the hell that
The
thing was.
metaphor.
Yeah, the Metal 4 and all
Yeah, that
that.
was so whack though. But
But
yeah, that's some
Lash
throwback
is
stuff.
found her shtick.
Mm,
Um, them coming out to the demolition type esque female version entrance was absolutely amazing. And we got to give a props to Naya. Naya looks unrecognizable nowadays on
all the
TV.
weight she lost.
That
That's awesome.
that she is lost and it looks phenomenal. Um, Lyra, this was a good showing for Lyra. Lyra is getting better. I mean, Lyra has never lacked anything in the ring. It's Lyra doesn't have a character.
Exactly,
Like
and that's
Lyra
what's
doesn't have
lacking.
a character, it's going to hurt
She's
her.
and that's the thing though. Like how you know we talk about pro wrestling. Like you could be good in the ring, especially in WWE. You could be good in the ring though, but what's your character? Some people,
Exactly.
you know, how can I resonate with you though? And Lyra just doesn't don't resonate. Like I don't get it. You know, like she's great, her moves, all that, her entrance, cool, but she don't have a character. You know, like
I
you
thought it
could.
was weird that her and Bailey came out to her song.
Mm,
Because Bailey's the more known person than Lyra, in my opinion. I know your rant about Lyra is as big as mine with Penta, but I mean, but in the same essence, I will say this: what was really cool, Charlotte and Alexa, they did their thing. They did a great job together. Them two as a tag team has been new life to especially to
mm-hmm,
Charlotte. Charlotte has
mm-hmm,
got a legit character now.
mm-hmm.
Like it's not has to be championship gold always on Charlotte now. I will say this, still bell to bell, Charlotte is the best female athlete in pro wrestling to this day. I don't care, and it's not even close. Um, and then you got Bailey. Bailey getting her moments. Bailey going in there, benefiting on certain things. The story that she was also telling with Paige was really cool because if anybody don't remember, Paige brought up Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, and Bailey, the four horsewomen on main roster. Look, and that was because of what Paige did on the main roster to get those women up there. And of course, you got Brie. Man, Brie was bumping her ass off. Brie did not look like she really missed anything. She now the one thing I do say she did need to quickly do was the damn yes kicks. She needs to dial in a little bit more and be able to get another move in before and not make it where the women are waiting for her to do the kicks. But other than that, man, Paige, it was beautiful to see her back. Paige is only 34 years old, bro. That woman looks flawless. Uh, Paige looked like she ain't aged a bit, And more importantly, H Paige looked like she moved a lot better than what she did in AEW, in my opinion. So it was really cool to just see her get her comfortability back, and more importantly, she got a title win. And the cool thing, what Cole even referenced was 8 years ago, Paige won her first championship. So it was really cool to see all that in that one. And of course, the winners was Paige and Bree. Nikki, as long as she was hurt, Nikki still got involved. I think she grabbed Naya out and hit her with the kendo stick. I meant with the crutch or something. Was it Naya that she hit?
I think so. I'm
Was
not
it Naya
sure.
or was it Lash?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I can't even remember it, but I'm pretty
I
sure she
mean, it
did
was a
hit
good
somebody with
involvement.
it.
I think this match overall was really good. Um, it had a good time limit. I felt like they had told what they needed to tell. Um, and more importantly, everyone benefited from the match. No one looked like they got buried or any of that terminology. So overall, I thought it was really cool. And more importantly, it's awesome to see Paige back because now that gives more
Amir, leave it
opportunity for women
alone.
wrestling.
Come sit down right here.
Obviously, the next
Sit
one,
down. Sit down.
Dre's favorite wrestler of all time,
Sit down.
AJ Lee, went up
What?
1-on-1 with the girl, the man, the myth, the legend, Becky, big time Bex Lynch. This was basically if Becky wins, Becky's back in her element. If Becky loses, Becky lost her step. So, Dre, what was your opinion on this match?
The greatest of all time won her championship back. You know, the greatest of all time. It's not just me saying it. Sports Illustrated said it. Netflix said it.
I'm gonna get you a
Bleacher
t-shirt
Report said
of
it.
this. Every time
Seth
I
Rollins
ask you
said it.
about
You know, everybody said it.
every
You know, I
time I
mean,
ask
like,
you about Becky.
cause man, it's like she's doing her thing. I love what Paige. I mean, not Paige, but Charlotte is doing with reinventing herself in a way with being in the tag team with Alexa Bliss though. But Becky
I
is
will say this: Becky has
Becky's
changed her
doing her
character
thing.
every time, and it works.
And I'm loving it though. Charlotte, I mean, like she's just the athletic shorty, so it's not really too much of a character. She's this Ric Flair's daughter who's really athletic, so that's her thing. So it's not really like she has a definitive character though. You know, we all know Bailey did and Sasha and yeah, Bailey. But Becky, yeah, Becky did it. I didn't think AJ Lee should have won it at the Elimination Chamber, but I was like, if she did, I hope Becky win it back at WrestleMania. And Becky Lynch is yeah, I would
Were
love to
you
see
impressed
Becky.
with AJ Lee's performance in this match?
I mean, she did what she did. I mean, it was cool. I mean, no disrespect. She did what she did for everybody who
He
came to
did
see
what
AJ
he
Lee and
did.
loved her, and everybody was clamoring for her. AJ Lee. And I hate to be that guy though, but
You
I
couldn't
never
even
saw.
say nothing more. You said she
I
did
was
what
never
she did.
fascinated with AJ Lee. She never did anything for me like, you know, other fans that loved her. And that's cool. And that's great. Everybody got their own opinions and their own reasons why. But Becky Lynch did her thing and she's the new Intercontinental Champion.
I
Cool
will say
matchup,
this:
you know?
Becky makes characters. Becky makes stars. Becky makes it where you get exciting to see who she's going to face because Becky has good facial expressions. She has good ways to sell and make the character look strong. Um, this match right here, as a fan watching it, it was cool. I thought, AJ coming out there with all the little girls and stuff like that was really cool. Um, I mean, reality, AJ was the tough little chick that was like a psychotic person, was bipolar and all that when she first was in there. And of course, she had, Tamina as her bodyguard when she was the longest reigning women's champ for a long time. But you got Becky Lynch. Becky comes out with an awesome live performance. That's something I do love about WrestleMania is when we get the live performances. Um,
Oh, you talking about
that's
like
something I will say.
Are you talking about like? Are you talking about like rap? The recording artists and everything like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that makes it
I love
even
the.
more cooler, bro.
Yeah, I love the performance. The person who does
Nigel
the song and
said
everything
Becky
like that.
sets the standard for women's wrestling. In my opinion, she's
Shout
excellent.
out to
We agree with
Nigel,
you, Nigel.
man.
We agree with you.
Nigel was in the live watch along chat earlier though. Shout out to Nigel.
Hey, appreciate
Yeah,
you
man,
tuning in,
Becky,
bro.
Becky, man, sets the standard for women's wrestling, man. Hey,
I
I
will say
agree.
this though. This match was a really good back and forth. I will say I loved that Jessica Carr was in
Oh
part of this
yeah,
match.
yeah. Well, so because when we was doing the junk last week,
It reminds me of
shout
the
out
old
to
Earl Hebner stuff,
shout
man, and I love that.
Yeah, shout out to Mark who was on Talk Pro Wrestling last week when he was doing commission and he mentioned that, and
Mhm,
I think that came out of left field. I didn't even realize that was becoming a thing though. But
mhm.
I don't. Yeah, I mean Becky. If Becky lost, then maybe I will be assuming maybe Becky will be probably taking on Jessica Carr. She would probably have her first match. But even now that could possibly. I don't know, but yeah, I
I
mean
mean, it could work. I mean, like what Earl Hebner used to do with Triple H.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
that could be a thing.
those were very entertaining. They were
Yeah,
simple
and
stuff. I will
Triple
say
H.
this. I will say this. Jessica Carr did a good job officiating, and I
Yeah,
love how Becky makes it. She has. This is something that I have a problem with LA Knight, man. LA Knight, he has these opportunities to get. He gets those moments to where it gets him to be that star, and he misses them. Or either he goes too quick or he goes way too
mhm.
behind it. Becky does the right timing for what she did with Jessica Carr when she pulled the turnbuckle and watched and saw Jessica Carr looks at her and goes, "No, no, 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 you're not going to do it this time." And then that messed up Becky lost her focus. And guess what? AJ took advantage of it. Those were the times that AJ really got a good momentum in the match. Is when Jessica distracted Becky, because Becky was trying to do dirty Becky things. Um, I thought the coolest part of the match, I don't know if you agree, was where Becky was going to take out Jessica and Becky ran into a man handle slam by AJ. I thought that was a cool transition. Um, there was a cool turning point. Obviously, I didn't have a feeling that AJ was going to win. Uh, I don't know what's going to happen for AJ Lee now. I know she signed for 2 years, so I don't know what that's going to entail. I mean, I don't think she just signed on to do a feud with Becky Lynch and that be it. But especially knowing we got Paige now, so who knows what's going to happen with that. But end of the day, Becky Lynch is your women's intercontinental champion once again. I'm excited to see who's going to be next in line. All right. Next match was trying to remember. Was it Liv and Stephanie?
So the first one was the 6-man tag. We had the women's match. Then Becky. Then we had hold on a
Right.
minute. Then we had
Seth and Gunther.
yeah, Seth and Gunther.
All right. This match right here, man. Gunther is still the biggest bad guy in pro wrestling to this day. Um, I can't believe they were showcasing Cena, showing something about saying something good about Cena, and then they put the spotlight back on Gunther and just see the crowd's reaction instantly just obliterated with boos. I thought that was cool, but obviously Seth Rollins getting hurt later on with the Vision storyline. You know, this big story was supposed to be Braun versus Seth. Braun got hurt, so then we got. I was okay with this. I would pick this over Rey Mysterio versus Gunther, in my opinion. And this match right here absolutely delivered. I love Seth's entrance, very unique, dark esque, I will say. My wife is a diehard Seth Rollins fan. Got creeped out by the eyes. Um, yeah, she likes the flamboyant, bright colored stuff. She kind of was a little scared with the all black, you know. hell, rain, fire Seth Rollins that we got last night. But what was your opinion on the dark-eyed Seth Rollins? And did Little Man like it, or was he scared?
Nah, he wasn't scared though. I mean, in the reaction
Oh,
video, he
he was
was just excited to
terrified.
see Seth Rollins. He was excited to see him. Of course, he don't understand all that though, but he was excited to see him though. But like the match itself was the best match on the card, hands down. The match of the night, man. Um, I mean, there's nothing bad I can say about this, though. I mean, everything they were doing in the match, from the outside to the inside. I mean, telling, the stories or what they was, trying to tell, or basically who's the man, who's the best in this, like I even liked the promo that they had on Monday night, where Seth was like, man, yeah, you want this match, man, come out here or come back down to the ring and face me like a man. And Gunther said, he can't be talking to me. He ain't talking to me. I'm
I forgot
shit.
that
And he came back down there
Gunther
and
started
got
beating stuff. I
yeah
didn't know
and
that.
got yeah and got right in Seth's face and was like, yo man, and what it was. And I was like, yeah, I like that. But the matchup, like I said, great wrestling match of the night for me. And then Braun Breaker returned, and I said to myself, even in the live, I was like, more than likely he wasn't cleared to
Did you
wrestle.
see the
So
picture of the clip that they had Braun Breaker? He looked like the human road runner.
what are you talking about with him running down the ramp?
Bro, they've got a picture of him running down the ramp, and it's very in still slow motion. And when I say his legs are like this, like Dre, it looks like how Roadrunner speed was going.
Oh yeah.
I'm just sitting like, oh my goodness. Like that was perfect. Um I felt bad that Braun completely missed the spear on the really fast run that he did because that ramp is super fucking long.
Yeah. I'm glad he got his moment though. I mean, obviously he wasn't able. They was trying to hurry up and get him back, and and I'm pretty sure that's why last minute they went with
No, I
Seth
think that was the
versus.
plan in the beginning. I think even if he was hurt, he was still going to be having some involvement with that match because
No, I'm
I
talking
was
about.
very curious. I will say this: I was very curious about this match because this was kind of like Punk and Roman. Neither needed the win, but at the same time, it was kind of hard to pick who was going to lose because Seth
Which
just coming
match?
back.
No, that wasn't hard to. That wasn't hard to pick because I mean, if you give it to there's no way Gunther was going to lose that, and the reason
That's what
why
I'm saying.
is
Like Gunther is on a kill streak right now.
yeah,
But at the
but
same time, Seth is just coming back from injury. Like he's legit just coming back.
yeah, but the thing,
But Michael
yeah,
Cole said it at its
yeah,
best.
yeah,
He
but
is the new modern day Mr. WrestleMania.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But the thing about it though, Seth was coming back. Yeah, he was coming back. But it was penciled in for Seth to face Roman. And then it was penciled in for him to face Braun. And then that he faced Gunther. So it was like, you know what? Look here. I'm doing whatever I got to do. And if it was Gunther, Gunther was not losing. Gunther just retired. Goldberg, John Cena, AJ Styles. It was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio escaped it into the ladder match, which was cool. But yeah, like I mean, Gunther was gonna definitely win that match and go on. Even the story that they slightly told about, Gunther wanting a favor from Paulie, which
I'm sure.
probably gonna be
Yeah.
down the line. He get that favor to be, face Brock, get him out of retirement so he can retire him, so he could be that guy to retire him and everything like that. So I think that is perfect. But the match itself was great. Like I said, Braun Breaker coming back and Paulie up on the ramp and everything, and yeah. So
Well,
I
we're kind of jumping ahead. Obviously, Braun Breaker speared Seth Rollins. Seth goes back in the ring, and Seth just stares at Braun. And then somehow Gunther comes out of nowhere. If I remember, Gunther got hit. He got hit with a pedigree, if I remember.
yeah, he
Was
got
it
hit with a
pedigree
pedigree.
or was it a curb
Yeah, he got
stomp
hit.
on the
Yeah, he got
table?
hit with a pedigree early in the matchup though. But yeah, after the spear, he got it. I think Braun threw him back in the ring. Yeah, Braun threw him back in the ring.
Braun
Went
threw
up
him
to the
back in the
ramp.
ring, but Gunther was down at that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, but then he slowly got back up. Yeah, he was
No,
down
no, no. But what
because
I'm saying is, I'm trying to figure out what happened that made Gunther stay down for a good bit. Because I mean, you had to hype it up for get Braun.
yeah,
You
it's
know, Braun
something.
charges up that run.
Yeah, I mean, Shit, I don't remember. I mean, I go back, but I'm pretty sure he hit him with the pedal. He did something to him to keep him
Yeah, yeah,
down.
yeah.
Yeah. So by the
And
time
then Gunther pulls
the
him
spear
back and
came
then hit
out
him with a
and all of
spear.
that, he was up by then. You know, I guess it really didn't take much,
Bro,
so he
my
was up.
wife hates that they don't tap out. She hates that they just fall asleep. My wife got so mad. She's like, Seth Rollins don't give up. He don't fall asleep.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
it's
They made
called a
him.
sleeper hold for a reason, babe.
I mean, instead of not tapping, I don't. I miss where it was a
I mean,
thing
it
where
makes it look
okay,
strong.
it makes who. No, but I mean, I remember in a certain time where the referee would come back, check your arm, tap it, and they were like,
Yeah.
all right, man, you got the three. Hold on, up
It
one.
used to
All
be
right,
like a
it dropped.
mid-match segment. It
Two.
used to be a finish. Yeah.
Okay, it dropped, and then the third one, oh, and then he holding, he still got it. And then if it dropped, then that was, like, but you just tapping his arm, up, he out. All right, give it up. And they only do that in certain situations. So,
Oh,
like,
we used to
yeah,
call that. We called that the babyface oh shit moment.
well, hey, well, they need to bring back the babyface oh shit moment for sometimes, but.
They
Hey, that
got
was a
to
good
be a
match, though.
clip for us. We'll bring back the babyface oh shit moment.
Bring back the babyface oh shit moment, like. But
We're
hey,
gonna
it was a
call it.
cool match. Like I said, match of the night.
All right, then we had John Cena come out, talk about the attendance record, and then
You know that was
we
cringy. I
got
don't even. Don't try to skip past that part. No.
huh?
And like when he was announcing the attendance record, oh, you can see John Cena's face, and they was cringing like 50,000. That was the lowest attendance to a WrestleMania, and we're not gonna count the pandemic, the one after the pandemic when everybody came back, because of course they couldn't have that
I
many
mean, that's a
fans
lot in the
there.
building.
But
Still
the
whatever.
50, it was more people at WrestleMania 19 than it was at the night one of WrestleMania. And that was a baseball stadium in Seiko Field, if it's even still there in Seattle, though. But nonetheless, though, you can see John Cena, but hey, I mean, it was beyond that. Like you mentioned, Bianca, man, I thought she was about to come back and whoop some ass though. But she.
Did
I
you
think we all
notice
expected
anything
that.
with her at first when she came out, or did it look like she was
Her
normal
face looked
because
a
of the
little
smoke?
fat. Her face did look a little
Yeah,
different. Her face did look a little different. But I didn't think too much of it. But we were talking about that for a while since she was gone. I was like, yeah, they probably. Then I seen
I
a
love
video with
your live
Montez.
reaction when you're going, "Why is she in Rhea's match tomorrow?"
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, she's definitely interfering in Rhea's match tomorrow with Jade. And then when she came out, I said, nope, 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 that's not it at all.
And then you was over, you're like, "You're in the wrong segment. This is the wrong
Yeah,
night."
nah, you in the wrong night. Night one. You supposed to be on night two. Bianca, and I was wondering, what the hell is she coming out here for too at this moment? So,
It was beautiful. It
it
was a
was,
beautiful
yeah,
moment.
yeah, it was.
Congratulations to Bianca and Montez, man.
Oh, would have been crazy though. What I was expecting too after that, it would have been so
I
crazy
was shocked
if
that Montez
Naomi.
didn't come out with her.
It would have been crazy if Naomi came out right after that and been like, "You following my footsteps now, huh? You trying to
Oh,
be a mom, be a baby, Man, that would have been
you know
crazy,
what would be?
boy.
You know the sad thing is, if Vince was still booking matches, Vince would probably done a lumberjack, and the lumberjacks be a bunch of babies all over the
Oh my God,
ring.
that's horrible. Oh man, don't do that. That's horrible. But yeah,
You
cool stuff.
imagine a match for that?
No,
No,
I do not. I do not.
a video game look.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
It'd be
cool
like those little
segment, man.
Danhausen
What's
we had
this?
going on.
April. So I mean, I don't know how many months she is though. I guess she'd be back, sometime
Hey, we'll say this
next
then.
year.
Congratulations to Bianca and Montez
Montez,
on their
yeah.
new baby. Okay, now we had Stephanie Vacure
Oh
versus
shit.
Liv Morgan. As
Almost
much
forgot.
as I know you love Stephanie, um, hold on. We gonna look at the reaction of that one. We know how much
You
you
missed it
love
with the
Stephanie.
graphic up.
I know. I wanted to get the look. Obviously, there was a teaser on Monday of Liv and they were like trying to figure out what that teaser was. Obviously, it's a new music video that Liv had out. Um, yeah, Liv had a new music video out called Trouble. Well, if you didn't see it, you got to see bits of it and a big performance out of it for Liv's entrance. And yeah, what was your opinion on it?
Yeah. What was my opinion on her
I feel
music
like
video?
Liv went into a Britney Spears moment.
Look here, I'm gonna stay away from the music video because I actually thought that was somebody going to be debuting or something though, and then to come to find out when the actual video came out, it was just for a freaking music video. Okay, yeah, all right, but nonetheless, man, it was cool. I mean, it was cool. The most awkward thing I think was
Bobbing
having
her head
Stephanie
back and forth.
was having Liv Morgan and Corey Graves do the damn dance on the post show was
Oh,
yeah. But yeah, Liv Morgan winning the title. Love it, love it, love it. I don't have
I
any
thought you'd
complaints
been
about it.
devastated. I thought you had been devastated.
What, Liv winning?
You know, Stephanie is your girl and all that.
No, it's not, man. She's grown on me though, which that's a good
I
thing.
gotta say, man, you gotta have a little bit more
Yeah,
respect on.
that's no,
I will
I
say
got
that
respect
Stephanie
on her.
has. I will say that Stephanie has
It's
more
definitely the same
character
thing.
than what
The same.
Lyra does.
That's what I was about to say. The same thing about Stephanie is the same way I feel about Lyra.
No,
Stephanie doesn't have a
Stephanie
character.
has the character.
Well,
Lyra
if it
just
is,
a
what
wrestler.
is it? Well, okay. If your character is just being a good wrestler, then okay, shoot for
No,
it.
Stephanie has that, whatever look. Like she's got the look of a character.
Yeah,
Lyra
she
just
had the
hey,
look.
like me,
It's
I'm a
it's the
bird.
difference between just having a look. Somebody could be like, "Oh man, that guy, he's 7 feet tall. He looked like he should be in the NBA, but his ass some trash though. Oh man, he's 320 pounds buff. Man, he looked like he should be in a wrestling. But yeah,
I was
you
cool
like
seeing Liv try the devil's kiss. I thought that was
yeah, but I wish she would have got it done. She didn't get it. She
I
it
don't
was
like the
reversal.
Judgment Day getting involved, but I mean, it is what it is.
No,
I
I'm glad they
really
got
thought when
involved.
the Judgment Day got involved, I thought, oh snap, Raquel's gonna cause Liv the match.
Mm. Hey, I
But
like it. I mean,
Liv got it. Liv
yeah,
got the
she got it.
win,
She got it. She got a
so
title back that she never lost. They never lost in the first
uh,
place, But they
whole
all
time,
keeping it
whole
warm.
time
They,
she's got hurt, she's had the title.
yeah. But hey, they all keeping it warm for Naomi. Keeping it warm from Naomi. They gotta proceed with caution when she come back.
I
Hopefully
don't
it'll
know
be
how
tomorrow night.
it won't
Who
be as
knows?
prepared to Bianca.
She had the baby like what? Probably like 2 months ago or something like that. So
Oh yeah, that's right. She did have the baby.
yeah, she had the
Yep.
baby.
Oh yeah. All right. Now we are going to talk about the main event.
Event
I'm
of the
going to have
evening.
a hell of a rant on this one
Okay, well
because
you go first. I guess. Well, you know what? Let me say what I gotta say because I ain't even
you
long.
first.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, great match. Uh, I mean, it was a great match. It was a great one-on-one match. I really love the slow pace, the methodical jump by Randy Orton, just going in on Cody, and then when Randy got busted open, Randy was just struggling, trying to get it together. So, I mean, everything up was cool until sort of the finish. But I don't know, maybe if that was the only way that they just thought they could just go, man. Like they knew that bringing in Pat McAfee just wasn't the thing they thought it would be. TKO, whoever maybe thought it would be. So when Randy had got it poked in the eyes, he RKO's Charles Robinson, thinking it was Cody, and then Cody Charles Robinson goes down. Randy, I think he RKO Cody. He did something to Cody, and then looking for a cover. Out comes Pat McAfee running down with a neck brace on after getting put through a table earlier in the match or before the match start by Jelly Roll. I mean, yeah, and if Pat McAfee was so much on Randy's side, why didn't he fast count him? Why didn't he just 1, 2, 3, match over? But he slow count him. Randy said, you know what, F this, RKO you. I don't really need you. And that was kind of like what that promo was on Friday night. I like how he said, I don't need Pat McAfee. I want him, or I want him by my side or whatever like that. But I felt like that promo could have been told 2-3 weeks prior before doing all of this Pat McAfee crap. And I'm thinking maybe this is all going to lead to something bigger of having Pat McAfee in Randy Orton's corner, which, I don't think it really have. Maybe it's just the start of it, but it just seemed like it was just that, and obviously it building up to the tag team match at Backlash with Randy and Pat McAfee against Cody and Jelly Roll. So I'm pretty sure that's all this was, just to build up that match for next month. Considering Randy Orton RKO Jelly Roll, consider Cody is cool with Cody's cool with Jelly Roll, and Randy's cool with Pat McAfee and all this other crap. So and the ending after that, following the matchup, was okay, decent. I want to see where they go with. Still, you still gotta wait to Friday or wherever they decide to tell that story after hitting Cody with the belt and hitting him with the punt kick. Man, we ain't seen that in a while. So I mean, it was what it was. It really was what it was, though. So Cody Rhodes retained the championship. I thought Randy Orton was going to get his 15th title, but then again, I was like, I don't really see Randy Orton winning it, though. I really see Cody winning it, but
You do you remember a match that it kind of could remind you of?
what, that match is up? What, Cody and
That
Randy?
match between Cody and Randy, and adding Pat. Do you remember a match that it was kind of resembling?
Um,
We're big fans of one guy.
what,
Agreed
The
that
Rock? Are
I
you? Are
will
you?
say
Are
this:
you?
WrestleMania 17, Rock versus Austin. The mixture of putting McMahon in there to help Steve win that title, because at that time that was the only way that Steve was going to win. Cheat caused all that. Now, this match right here was very storytelling to me. I don't understand why people are crapping on it, upset about it, whatever. The going in with the entrance, the Viper esque entrance was really cool. The only
We
thing I got to rant with his entrance was I really wish Randy could have had a different, darker entrance. Don't
see.
play
I,
the same entrance that crowd's going to get involved and sing along with.
yeah, but I don't think it was nothing
Randy's a
about the D.
cool, and this is
It
something we got to realize. Randy's not a face or a heel. Randy is Randy Orton. That's what he's been
well,
from day.
I get that though, but you are in a way with the fans. However, the
He's in
direction the
that
fans are
John
taking
Cena
you
way.
are.
You've been in our lives for X amount of years. It's no matter what you're gonna do, they're going to root for you because in a way you're one of the last breed wrestlers on that roster right to this day.
Yeah, that
That
right there. Yeah, I agree with that though. But at the same token, though, like uh, besides the
no, no, I'm
theatrics
gonna
and but besides the theatrics and the entrance, I don't think anybody have a problem with though. I think it was just if we the storytelling is within the match itself. So with Pat
there was
McAfee,
a lot.
now you did try to you did sort of compare it to WrestleMania 17.
I
Now
literally watched
that
it
was
feeling like that.
now that but yeah, I see everybody. I'm cool with that.
No,
Like
no,
we
no. But
this is,
what I'm saying is,
but
no, no, no. What I'm saying is the back and forth between Randy and Cody. When the start of it, I loved how they got Pat McAfee involved into it instantly, and
okay,
then
but
also got him out.
okay, but Pat McAfee will resemble Mr. McMahon in this case, though.
Exactly.
Cause,
But
but
Pat is the only reason why you had chance to get heat on Orton, and it
I,
showed,
okay,
and it
yeah, I
showed
get,
that.
yeah, I got that though. I really did. But you know what? Instead of doing that, now, okay, I get what you're saying. But however, though, McMahon, McMahon, how can I say this though? Uh, Better
You
yet,
asshole.
Pat McAfee, after doing what he did, he really didn't help Randy Orton win anything. At least when McMahon came down, McMahon, like, yeah, shook hand, like, I gave you the steel chair, go do your thing, man. And he just went to town on the Rock. And after
I feel
that,
like
the handshake, and they
Pat
was
didn't
aligned with
overstep the
together.
match. I like that.
Huh?
I like
Say it
the
again?
fact that Pat he didn't try to get way too much in the match. I like that
Yeah.
they got him in there
Now,
He did the opening, attack Cody, back and forth. I will say this: that is the best Cody Rhodes entrance they've had. I thought that was beautiful. The
Yeah, I
cool
thought the
superhero
entrances.
esque look was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
the
He told a major
entrances.
story with it, bro. They brought back Stardust. I didn't think
Yeah,
they would do that.
yeah. The
I
entrances
thought that was
was
cool.
dope. I
It
have
was
no
like an
problem with the entry.
enshrinement moment. Like
Yeah,
it's been this amount of years, and this is the Cody Rhodes we got. This is the
yeah.
guy. It
But
took him this amount of years.
yeah, I had no problem, like I said, with the entrances. None of that. The match itself was great. You know, like the pace was
Opening
nice.
bell,
All of that
Cody
was
getting attacked, boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
All of that was cool. It's just I'm not. I just feel like you could accomplish in a way the same
But
thing
you know,
or
I
better.
don't want. I hate to interrupt you on this, but you got to also realize this: the crowd. You could hear that crowd through that match. I got to be honest. Most of those matches that night, you didn't hear the crowd.
Yeah, you didn't.
That
Yeah, I mean
crowd
it was
was
the main.
back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
When
the
Pat
main. Yeah,
McAfee was in that
because
match,
people.
they
Yeah,
were
people were
cheering
excited.
Cody.
Yeah, people
Cody
were
was
excited and they wanted
defending.
to. Yeah, people were excited and they wanted to, be involved in it and get involved in it and everything like that. And which it was great and good. Cody hitting the RKO, Randy hitting the crossroads and all that. But it's just that I felt like you didn't have to stick pat with Randy. Instead, if you just like I said, I love Cody, he cool. But if you would just switch Cody and left Randy as he is, because then you wouldn't have to put Pat with Randy to get heat on Randy, which like how you said, hold on, let me finish. He's the last dying breed of that era. Everybody's gonna love Randy. Instead of doing that, you put Pat with Randy and just mess up the whole story in a way where it could have been really well told, where you got two guys who was in legacy, two guys who came up, two guys who was on the road together, and that's all it could have been. And then you had Cody, who was the bad guy, and he could have still retained it. You could have accomplished it that way, and people would have been way more invested into it instead of adding Pat McAfee into it, which it didn't do
So you
anything. It
telling
was
me
no climax
you
to it
get him
though.
invested if Cody was the baby face?
No, if Cody that night that they did the contract signing,
If they were going to get
instead
a
of
turn, Cody would never be able to turn heel until WrestleMania.
okay, but I mean, look at we can't.
Look at all the big
That's
baby faces.
yeah, but
You
whatever
have to have
happens
a
though. But I'm
big
just saying though,
show to
that
make
night
that meme.
that night would have been a perfect night. Instead of Randy smashing Cody head into the table, Cody would have flipped it onto him. And then going into this, we wouldn't have needed Pat McAfee. Randy Orton would have been the hottest baby face. He would have been cool. And everybody would have been booing Cody. And Cody would have shoved it in everybody's face and won and retained the championship like he did, though. But I think it would have been a better story. And like I said about Pat McAfee, I didn't feel like it was a climax to it. Like, I mean, you telling me the climax is the result of having a tag team match at Backlash next month? Like, no.
We don't know if that's a tag match even
Who
anymore.
was behind this? Who was behind TKO? Who got you involved? Who ordered them not to touch
And that's
Pat
going to be the
McAfee?
story. That's going to
That
be the
was the
story moving
that's the
from that.
story that I wanted to see. Like something coming to a climax, something happening, but nothing happened. Randy Orton just RKO Pat McAfee, and it was kind of like in a way of just kicking him out, basically. Like, but I don't know what's going to happen on Friday night. Other than that,
Okay.
great matchup though. But Cody Rhodes
I will agree with this,
retained,
but I will
and he
say
got
this.
putted in the head though.
I will say this. The biggest part of the match, the story was, could Cody get to that level
That's
to
sad,
beat
bro. That's
Randy?
crazy.
That's what they told the story with Stephanie. Stephanie told him, you have to
8
fight
kids though.
differently to beat Randy. You have to go to that level to beat Randy. That was the whole concept of the entire thing was, can Cody Rhodes switch up to finally, to win? Not just necessarily win to be fair. You have to do whatever it takes to stay the champ. And that was the concept of the story. And I thought they told a very good story in that match on that concept. Every time Cody did some low tactic, he always looked at the crowd, said, I understand. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I like that
Okay.
because that is showing true you're telling me that you're engaging with the crowd every time that something is involved with that. So if the crowd is so far up, they can understand what's going on in that match from something that you
I,
just did. And
I
it's
would
not
have been.
necessarily a heel move.
Yeah, I'm not upset. What happened? What happened was what happened. It was great. C Flu said one cool thing. The switch, the double
They did
switch
a
would have
lot of
been
switches that night.
beautiful. Who
They did a lot
switched?
of switches.
What switch?
I mean,
What do you
they
mean?
did back and forth. Cody fought dirty for a good bit of that match.
No, I'm not talking like that though. Like I get what you saying. Like fighting dirty and doing that like that. Like it would have been cool.
Because when
Like yeah,
Randy got
Cody.
busted, the crowd
Yeah,
felt that.
yeah, I know they did, and they was like, yeah, this what we want, this what we need, this is for the story. They're like, yeah, like, come on, it's two guys who been together, was in legacy, like
It
that
was a
that
very
adds to the
good old
story.
school
But
fight.
but another thing, what I'm saying is that though the double switch at the end, though at the end when Randy RKO'd Pat McAfee, you felt the fans getting back on Randy's side. At that moment, Cody Rhodes could have just
Was
been
the man.
an a-hole and did something outlandish and got boot, and then boom, they go to double switch right there. Double switch to where now he puts down Randy, and then Cody, he punts Randy in the head. Hey, I don't know, but man, I'm intrigued.
I get that, but who is the big baby face that can replace Cody? There's not one yet. There's not.
I feel like, if we have that, but who's trying to? I don't think no one. We're not trying to replace
You
him.
still
Cody is
gotta
going to be
have a
that
hurt
guy,
selling
but I feel
baby
like if we
face.
don't take the chances on other stuff, we'll always be stuck in this repetitive cycle,
But
though.
Dre, that was the reason why Cena had to stay for so long as it is
I
because they
get
didn't
it, but
have
that's
that.
Cena. I get it.
Prove that point.
Look what they did with Cena though. They turned
Okay,
him
but
heel
here's the
in
thing.
his last
We had
year.
fans that sat here and said that Sami Zayn could have been the face of this company
Oh,
3
I don't
years
agree with
ago.
that. I don't
There's
know who
no
said that.
way.
I don't know who said that. Don't bring that
There
over
was
here. Don't
tons
bring.
of people that said that shit when it came to that
Yeah,
bloodline.
but yeah, I don't know. But what I'm saying though, like yeah, that's what I'm saying. We sit
But
in,
is
we don't
LA
take the
Knight taking
chances.
that spot? No.
If we don't take the chances on certain situations, man, we're not trying to replace
If
Cody
that's
Rhodes.
the
Cody Rhodes
case,
is the
but
guy
if it
though.
doesn't work, are you gonna do exactly
Oh,
what you
that's
did
what I
with
was
John
saying.
Cena?
What John Cena, his last year, they turned him heel in his last year. Everybody wanted to see Cena one last time. Cena is the guy that everybody loved. They grew up. I had his chain, his hat. He even gave me one of his wristbands when I was sitting front row. Everybody at least wanted to go see him one last time as John Cena, though. But of course, when them being a heel the first half of the year, it was a little funky, especially with no follow up with The Rock and everything like that. It just, like you have to make these decisions and throw the gamble. Yes, John Cena was an over babyface, and Vince McMahon was ultimately right with John Cena. Everybody loved him, but I feel like it was the timing. If they did it when they were supposed to do it
If
in
they done it when he was feuding
2013,
with The Rock at WrestleMania 28, that would have been the best
if they
because
did
Rock
it
was there.
if they did it in 2013 when they were supposed to do it, I feel like that would have been
It
great.
was him versus Rock.
Yeah. When The Rock held up John Cena's hand at the end of the show, John Cena was supposed to clothesline his head and knock him down.
No,
Like
no,
that
I'm
was
talking about WrestleMania 28. When he lost to Rock, he should have just went ape shit.
nah. I agree.
Really?
I
So
like
you
that.
wanted
I
to him
no
to lose every single match to get to
who
the Rumble,
no
to
no no.
get to that WrestleMania?
Oh, you said, do I wanted John to lose every match?
Yeah, because that's
No,
how they
John
did
had
it.
one. John.
John only beat Brock Lesnar that year.
Yeah, he beat Brock Lesnar.
That was it.
And he lost at WrestleMania. Okay, that happened. That was great. That's cool. That's that way that went. I would have left that as because that told a story in 2012 all that year with John. Then you go in 2013, he wins the Rumble. He goes on to face The Rock for the title again. He wins back the title, and then he clothesline him and take him out, and basically, yeah, I run this. I got this. Like
I
you,
mean,
yeah.
us Mexicans at that time, we thought The Rock was hanging it up.
Yeah, but The Rock did come back and say some bullcrap tomorrow. I'm never leaving again, but you left
You
again.
believe it. Obviously,
Boy, I'm
that's
telling you,
so
man. If I
he's
had my
coming back,
reaction from February 14, 2011, when he said
bro.
that I'm
The
never
best
leaving again,
Valentine's Day gift
I
ever for me.
remember it. I remember the day. I ain't,
I
man, what?
started crying. I'm not even
I
gonna
was
lie, man.
crying
I was
too.
like, bro, I was like, it's been this long. I got Rock
So,
on my TV, and it's
yeah.
not a movie trailer or nothing. It is the Rock.
But yeah,
I
man, night
literally was
one.
on WWE shop and bought that "I Bring It"
All
shirt
right.
that day.
All right, we gonna we
All
gonna we
right,
gonna
but
we gonna try to
overall,
get there
I
because
will
yeah, I'm
say
gonna
the
have
cool
to.
thing about the story was Randy. I think the ending of that match told us that Randy Orton is literally at that level now. Randy is at '09 psychopath Orton because he did the punt. The story was Randy always hesitated to punt kick Cody because that is Cody Rhodes. That is his friend. He just showed I'm Randy Orton and nobody's going over me to win matches anymore.
Hey,
And
Wiz.
the story that I will say, and this is, and everybody keeps asking, why did he RKO the referee? Cody poked him in the eyes. Randy couldn't see nobody, saw who was close, and
Yeah,
next
but
thing you
after
want to
thinking
do,
about
out
that,
of nowhere, RKO.
after thinking of that a little bit though, if he poked you in the eyes though, it
I
was in
mean,
front of
it was a
you.
good
You just
setup. It's
RKO
a
the
good
first
setup.
person behind you though.
It's just Charles Robinson went way too quick with it. And I think Randy was, and I mean, you got to think, bro, those two were tired. Like, those two were getting some headshots in that damn match. Like, those two beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
For
man.
two best friends, like Cody and Randy beat the hell out of each other that match. That's
Yeah, it
why I
was.
get mad when people are talking about it wasn't good. Cody's eye is completely shut from that
Yeah,
kick.
yeah,
There's
it
a reason
was.
why that kick has been pulled from the
Yeah,
moveset.
yeah. We're gonna move on to night two because I'm gonna have to wrap it up in a little bit though.
Obviously, yep. Then we
Yeah.
got to
No,
night
no,
two,
no, no, no,
the match
no,
that Dre
no,
has been
no.
waiting for so anxiously. I will say I am happy for what it was delivered. It was an old school
Yeah,
big
it's time
man
to go to
match.
bed, man.
And ladies and gentlemen, not one suplex was thrown in this match. Not one.
Not
For
one who?
somebody that's called Suplex City, Brock
He did.
Lesnar didn't throw one
He
suplex.
he
I
did.
didn't see it.
He did. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen the whole time. He did. He took him to
Must
Suplex City. Yeah, he did. He
have
took him
been
to.
a very big opening because I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't in the very opening. Which this match itself, loved it. Loved every bit of it. I didn't expect them to start out with tying up, but it was a show of strength, two
That
big
was
men and
good.
everything
Brock
like
is
that.
not going to collar and
Oba
elbow type match ever.
Oba pushed them off and everything. They went at it again. They, shoulder for shoulder. Oba didn't go down and went clothesline. Brock went down, rolled out on the outside, got frustrated. Oba said, "Man, look here. I ain't gonna sit here and wait for you. Try to pull him in the ring by his hair." Brock said, "Forget that. Draped them down on the rope, pulled them out. Brock took advantage, threw him in the steel steps, into the turnbuckle post, into the birdcage for a while, got him back in, and that's when he took him to Suplex City. Hit him with a couple suplexes and everything like that, couple knees. Then he hit him with an F5. Over said, got right
Oh,
back
yeah.
up,
Those
hit him
were
with
the
a choke
F5. Yeah.
slam. Hit him with a choke
I was
slam.
trying to figure out why Brock did not pin Oba after he hit the
Yeah,
F5.
yeah. Once he did the F5, Oba literally got right
Just
back
popped
up. It
back
took a
up.
minute, but he got right back up though.
What up,
What's
Dev?
going on? What's
We know
going
you're
on, Dan?
happy. We know you're happy.
Yeah, Oba
And
winning,
we know
Oba
you're
winning
happy.
was great. Like it was phenomenal, man. Hit him with the fall of grace, and you could tell whenever they do the Unreal or whatever from WrestleMania, I'm telling you, he was gonna cry. He was about to cry. He was holding
Bro,
it in.
Oba,
You could tell all the emotion all over his face.
you could tell Oba felt that entire mania. And
He didn't even believe he won.
bro, that was Oba's first WrestleMania. First one. And you beat
Yeah,
a guy that beat the undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
the ruler, the
The
beast, the new beast now. made him take off his glove, left his boots in the ring. That was a WrestleMania moment right there with Brock
When
Lesnar. Shout out to Brock
Brock
Lesnar though.
returned,
You
I
know,
was shocked seeing that part.
I,
I
I,
was
I
shocked.
that if it's that was a WrestleMania moment,
I
you
had
know, and I
tears
think
going down
that's
my
his
eyes seeing that.
yeah, I did. I was a little lump though, but that's his last WrestleMania. He probably would have the rematch with Oba at Saturday night's main event, and then have
I
the
don't
last
know.
retirement match with Gunther at SummerSlam.
I don't
Because
know, man.
because Brock,
Brock don't get
if
hype
they don't
about
do the
crowd.
rematch, that's cool. If they don't do the rematch, that's I'm cool with not doing the rematch though. I'm cool with it just going all the way into the summer, and Gunther finally asked for the favor, and he want to take on Brock, and he get Brock at SummerSlam, and he retires him, and that's just it. But
No,
Oba versus Brock, phenomenal man. If they didn't do anything that they were supposed
the
to do,
crowd
they had to have Oba
lost
win.
it. The crowd lost it. When that three hit, I couldn't believe how high that man has Brock Lesnar in the air. And I mean
Mm,
Brock falling down like it's a pillow to him.
yeah.
And one, two, and I loved how you just saw the reaction of the crowd when that three hit was like, oh my God, he did it. He did it.
Mm.
What about Oba versus Roman at
Oh
SummerSlam?
yeah, yeah. At the end, I don't want to
I
jump
think
too
that'd
ahead,
be too
but at
early.
the end of the post show, Roman Reigns spoke about that. He was like, "Yeah, see, Oba probably down the summer. Let's see what type of summer you have." And like I said, Oba is gonna go on win the King of the Ring, just how Brock did in 2002. Brock came
I
in,
think they're about
Brock.
to run
Brock
like they did
Brock
Brock.
came in following WrestleMania 18.
What?
He was with
What
hold
pay
on, he
per
was with
view?
Paul Heyman.
No, hold
He
on.
was
What pay per view did Brock Lesnar win the first undisputed championship, and who was it against?
SummerSlam against The Rock. Like that's what
Who's cousin?
huh?
Who's Rock's cousin?
And that's what I'm alluding to. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That would
he
be
just like this,
insane
just like
if they
Brock
did that.
Lesnar did. He came in. He didn't have that WrestleMania match that made him like the next big thing. He was just dubbed the next big thing because he was just big, powerful. But just how Brock did it, went on. He had the match at King of the Ring, which I think he beat RVD. I'm not too sure.
Right. And
And
Rock was supposed to be in that.
it, he won King of the Ring, and then boom, and he went on to SummerSlam and beat The Rock. And I feel like Oba is going to do the same thing. He's going to win King of the Ring, and then he's going to go on and beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. And
That
from
would be
there,
insane.
yeah, it's no way you stopping Oba, man. Like from that, he is going to be on a roll, man, on a roll, on a entire roll. But
I will say this: they had the crowd instantly hot after that match.
yeah, you
Um,
had him. You had him. Like I
they
said,
had
man.
them.
If Oba didn't win, I don't know about the rest of the night, man. Whether the matches were good or not, the momentum would have been sucked out the
You
air.
would have been pissed.
It would have been horrible. Even the ladder match following that was great, but people would
That's
still been
right.
like,
Was the
"Damn,
ladder
Oba
match?
lost." But yeah, the ladder match, phenomenal though. I mean, like Rusev, they could have replaced it
No,
Rusev
I'm
with like
pissed
Ray
who won.
Phoenix.
I'm pissed who won.
I mean,
I
hey,
did
it's all
not
cool.
want Penta to win.
WWE obviously high on Penta, and that's cool, you know. I was rooting for Javon Evans to win, but Javon
He had
Evans
a good
didn't win.
showcase. He had a good showcase.
Everybody had that was a match for everybody who was like
The
cruiserweight
OG
high flying.
cutter on Rusev.
Rusev shouldn't have been in it. It should have been someone else. I just felt like they when they was coming up with the match, they was like, well, we got all high flyers
I
in
would
it. We
say
need
this:
like a
Ray
big
wasn't
man
in
in
the
it.
match much.
Who? Yeah,
Ray
yeah,
was
he
not
was.
really in the match much.
He was doing a whole lot of stuff. Even the Bust Coast pop that he did on Rusev like was crazy though. Like it was a lot of big moments
I
though.
think Rusev, he did his moments.
Yeah, he
He
did
had
his
some good
moments though,
moments.
but just based off of everybody else who was
You
in it,
could
like
tell
JD,
him in that
every
match that he
everybody
wasn't
else
feeling
was
it.
small. They wore like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
160, 80 pounds below. You know, you had Ray, Penta, Javon, JD. You know, you had Dragon Lee. You had all these
Just
guys
another
who are
breed.
high flyers, and then you get Rusev in it, who's the big man, which was cool. I like Rusev, but it should have been somebody else though. But cool
I will
matchup
say
though.
this: the dude that showed out on that ladder match, JD McDonough,
Everybody sleeping on JD, man.
bro,
Don't
he
sleep on
took
JD.
the sunset bomb on the freaking ladder
Yeah,
and he was
the
the first
Mexican
one to come
destroyer.
back up to take another fall.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. JD, you are one of a kind, my friend. Shout out to
yeah,
everybody in the ladder match, and if you like the yeah, he won. Penta won.
yeah.
Um,
Penta
I'm not
one.
happy that Penta won. I thought Javon Evans should have had it, but it was a good showcase with all of them. They did their thing. Rey Mysterio, phenomenal. Regardless, I thought it
Yeah.
was cool entrance that he had. I loved his gear. That was pretty cool. The full bodysuit look.
Mm.
Um, Javon Evans, bro. I swear, when you look at this man, he looks like Kofi Kingston. Um,
He should have been in the match instead of Rusev. That would
I
have been
think
cool.
Kofi should have been in that match. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He
Kofi
should have been
and
in the
Grayson
match.
Waller.
Nah, we can.
I want
Let's
Grayson Waller to get some wins, man.
see. I ain't got all night to vent, man. But I would have loved once you said Grayson Waller. I like what are we doing here with Grayson Waller, man? Like, yeah.
That man is the Miz at
Okay.
'09. Come on.
Yeah. The following with trick, whoop that trick, man.
Oh yeah,
Freaking
Trick
Sammy.
versus Sammy.
Yeah. And you want to
Those
talk about
those
celebrities,
battles,
man? And everything not wanting everybody not wanting Pat McAfee and everything. Little Yachty, man. Shout out to Little
he did not
Yachty,
need to be.
man. Little Yachty really played his role. He didn't
Yeah,
overstep. He didn't do too much. He
he
did
didn't overstep
just
the lemon
enough.
press.
He did just right with Trick, and that worked it so well. Even during the whole what when he come out or just being on his side, even from the match itself. And I was like, damn, Sammy, like you going hard on Lil Yachty though. Like you done knocked him into the post, threw him into the barricade. I'm like, damn, like you must really feel some type of way about him though. But I mean, from Lil Yachty coming back and having Sammy's back and distracting him and getting his receipt or payback, doing that. And Trick Willie winning his first United States championship, having
Trick's
Mom
reaction
Dukes
was what
and
got me.
Pops front row. That was
Trick's,
dope, man.
I will say this: Trick's reaction, like we talked about when Oba won.
Yeah, Trick was another
Trick's
one. He wanted to cry
reaction
too.
was beautiful,
Yeah, he wanted to cry too.
beautiful.
Especially when your mama and daddy there, man. It's your first WrestleMania. You at WrestleMania.
And you
And,
win a title, your
and you win
first
a title.
WrestleMania.
Little Yachty right there. What you like, bro? Like you couldn't. I tell you, not in a million years, 5 years ago, or whatever, he would have wrote this up for himself and been like, "Yeah, that would have happened."
If
If
you
you would
would
have
have
told him,
told
he would have
us
laughed.
Trick Williams that was the coattail of Carmelo Hayes in the Rainbow Era NXT 2.0
Yeah,
was
you would have
going to be a
laughed.
new United
Hmm.
States champion
I agree.
for you, could you
Yeah.
see that?
No, I couldn't have. I would have been like, "You sure you're not talking about Mello? You sure? You sure you're not talking about Mello?" But it was Trick.
Now, do you
And
believe
Trick and
Melo's
Trick
been in
Williams
that level of Trick?
Trick Williams had a WrestleMania before Mello. He had a moment at WrestleMania before Mello. And I mean, if I was Mello, like, come on, like, I would feel some type of way. With storyline based, like that though. But I would feel some type of way, bro. Like, I was the first
I
draft
mean,
pick in
what's
that
next
first
for Sammy?
round
That's the
when
question.
the last draft, and then I'm just like a throwaway guy. You just throw away to the side, and Sami Zayn get my belt, and Trick Williams get this big moment at WrestleMania, which I love. But if I was Mello, like, yeah, man, that's wild though.
Who do
But
you think is crashing out first, Sammy or Jay?
Sammy or Jay,
Who's crashing out first?
who's crashing out first?
I think
Well,
Sammy might.
I would say Sammy because I mean Jay don't really have nothing to crash out about right now. I mean he was the one who lay hands on on Cameron. So I mean it wasn't like Cameron jumped over the table. So I mean
I think
whatever
we're gonna
made
get a
if
Raw
something makes
MVP
Jay
one
mad on Monday
because
night, he can crash out first. But Sami Zayn first class crash out, bro. First class. You couldn't get the world championship. Now you come over to SmackDown, you win that title. Ain't like yeah, first class, bro. First class. You let a celebrity and
all
a
right,
rookie beat you at
this next
WrestleMania.
match,
I
this next match was very. I thought she did a phenomenal job.
missed like the first half of it. My jump
Jade
was messing up.
versus Rhea. Jade, she is getting better in the ring. I'm gonna honestly say it right now. When
I
you
was
get her
hoping
in
she
her
would have won this.
comfortability, and honestly, she won up Rhea a good bit of this match. Rhea, she was fighting under a lot. I thought it was a real good story with what it was. I honestly thought Rhea was possibly going to lose when Michin and all them came out, which would have been kind of weird. But then we got Io in, yeah. She can't not be on WrestleMania. And needless to say, Rhea wins again. Rhea's your
right?
women's champion on SmackDown.
Yeah,
not Raw.
I didn't really want Rhea to win, but hey, she won. That was cool. I mean, Jade had a nice match. Both of them had a good match though. But
dude, Jade's getting better. Jade is getting better.
Oh, this is a cool.
And that was a long match for Jade. That wasn't a short match.
No, it wasn't. See, night 2 matches didn't feel rushed. Night 2 felt everything flowed. Besides when we got to the end, and I was like, "Hold on, wait a minute, it's 8:30. We're going to the main event."
Yeah,
I felt like
you were involved in it. I think that's the really thing. I think, but you also got to think, bro. It's 2 nights. You're not gonna drag out a show like an AEW showcase where you're gonna give everybody.
Yeah, no. I totally get that, but it's WrestleMania though. I think this is the time you want to drag something out. You got to drag it out at WrestleMania. But let's not.
You got 2 nights of it now, so you don't drag it out in one.
But that's day. Okay. Real quick before we run through the last ones because I do gotta wrap it up. Do you feel like they should go back to one night? Because I do. I feel like they should go back to one night.
Being out of WrestleMania, even my wife said it. It's gonna. I mean, if we want to go to a WrestleMania, it's kind of like, all right, we're gonna go to both nights, or we'll just pick one night. That part, I would say yes, go back to one night. But if they do go back to one night, please don't make it from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to 2 in the morning. That's
what the hell? That's 11 hours.
Bro, that's what it was.
No, it wasn't.
We were in Orlando.
I get what you're saying. But it started at 8 and it didn't end till like 12:30. I do what you're saying.
That was pre-show and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. If
that was the first time they ever did like the pre-show was at WrestleMania 33. And you got we sat through Undertaker's quote unquote retirement.
Yeah, if you said through that, then that's a different thing. Normally they have cut out the kickoff and pre-shows now with the matches and everything. TV, but I think it should be one night. It should start at it should start at 6 o'clock. It should start at 6 like it did this year. Sundays. Sunday. It's the day. I know. Well, then if it's look at. We as wrestling fans, we're gonna do just like all the football fans on Super Bowl Monday. They just gonna take off, just take off or whatever. Like, of course you're gonna be up. It's Christmas.
Point systems.
I mean, come on, you just gonna take off, man. I feel like it should be at 6 and it shouldn't end to 11. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 5 hours though that you can have a 9-match span.
You're gonna get in that essence where, oh man, I got to get X amount of people on one card.
Well, no, but how Triple H been doing like for the last couple of years though, he haven't. Like you, what you do is that WWE has begun so big now to where
Royal Rumble doesn't need to be 2 nights.
No, it doesn't. Neither does SummerSlam, though. But wrestling has gotten big to WWE has gotten to a place where now they do stadium shows. So the only stadium shows throughout the year usually be WrestleMania. To now where stadium shows in Saudi Arabia, stadium shows in Survivor Series, SummerSlam. So you get that. That's like WrestleMania feel like, even though it's not WrestleMania. So yes.
I need help to do this.
Okay, even though it's not WrestleMania, you get that WrestleMania-ish feel like that, if you're at the Rumble, it's like 70,000 people, and this is a WrestleMania crowd, or you're at SummerSlam or whatever like that. Yeah, these guys will be like, yeah, that was my WrestleMania moment. I wasn't at WrestleMania in front of 70,000, but I was at SummerSlam in front of 80,000, and I won a championship where I had this huge moment. So, like, throughout the year, I think these guys and girls had that moment to where they can't be on WrestleMania. They still are able to still have that, experience and being in that stadium and being in front of 80,000 people, and stuff like that. So I think it should just be 9 matches max, 10 possibly, but 9 matches or so, and you could do it from 6 to 11, and you could do it like that. The best thing that would benefit, though, in my personal opinion, stay away from the West Coast for right now. And the reason why I say that is because when the theatrics and everything, go on, and we get guys like Jacob Fatu coming out or Oba coming out, and the arena is not pitch black. And of course, you're in a stadium, you still see the sunlight, so it throws it off a little bit. Now, when they're in Central Time, of course, that's 5 o'clock instead of 6. You got that extra hour. Yeah,
I mean, it was late at night still, and here it's late at night. Obviously, in Vegas, it's still daylight.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nighttime.
You still see the gold of him.
Yeah. Because the show ended at about 9:40 something, so that would have been 6:40 something. The sun went to like 7:30.
Your WrestleMania ended at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, at 6 something over there in Vegas, which it started at like 3 something. So it was sunny when they went in, and it was sunny when they got out. So it's like it throws off the vibe for me. Even I felt that way like WrestleMania 31, like when Bray Wyatt and then the Undertaker was going 1-on-1. These are two mythical characters, like who have that dark entrance, man. It's like all that cool. So you wanna see that visual when they making their entrance, man. And then when they outside in the sunlight, it was a little hard to get into it. But of course you still enjoy the matchup and everything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much. I think it should go back to one night, at least test the waters. I think they really said, you know what, this 2-night thing ain't bad. Right after the pandemic, I think everybody loved it. It went well. It was successful. It brought in a lot of money, of course, and it was just a way of being able to get more people on the show and not have it 6 hours long or whatever. But I think maybe they should test it one time and see where it goes.
2 nights, it is kind of tough because
because then it's like shit.
Say Happy WrestleMania Day, we got to say it 2 days. Now.
Yeah, 2 days now, man. So I don't know.
Hey, you got Christmas, but in a way, Christmas Eve, I feel like it's more.
But you gotta realize though, like every kid would like to wake up 2 days in a row and it be Christmas, right? Every kid would have loved that.
I mean, in reality, when I was little, I thought Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were the exact same thing.
Yeah, so
because in reality, Christmas Eve is more built up than Christmas Day, obviously. Yeah. But I get what you're saying. But this next match delivered. My goodness, and thank you. They did not hurt the demon. He didn't look like Ivan Ooze. He came out there and looked like the NXT demon that we loved. Finn Balor, the only thing I gotta say with this match, the streamers looked cool when he first came out, but my goodness, those things he was attached to all the way when he got to the ring. I thought that was kind of cool, but at the same time, Finn was fighting those streamers all the way down the ring. But Dre, what are your thoughts on the Demon versus Dirty Dom?
Yeah, I thought this match, like I said, this was better than the unsanctioned match.
Yes,
I enjoyed it. It was dope. I really didn't have anything to really complain about this match. I thought it was dope.
I will say I cringed on is when Dom had the chair on his neck and he went.
Yeah, he did a 6-1.
Top.
Yeah, everything was definitely great in this match. I really don't have, much to say with it.
We didn't get Judgment Day in this match.
And I think that's going to be a story. Well,
I think that's what we're going to get. Liv with her title, and then Dom is going to say, "Hey, why didn't y'all help me?" And
but Dom didn't.
And Liv could also say, "Dom, you weren't out there until the end."
Yeah. But I feel like they can go with that, but the match really wasn't for anything. It was just a match. So if it was for the title, maybe he could have been like, y'all guys didn't help me out there, but you guys came out there and helped her. And she got her title.
That's a different.
So
thing.
it really, it was against the demon and all that. But I don't really think it's gonna, be that serious though. But great match though, really great match.
Where Finn just popped up, like very, shockingly. And I mean, it looked really cool how he popped up on his feet real quick. It wasn't like a kip up or anything. It was just like the slow rise of like a esque to it. And of course, Finn putting Dom on the table and coup de grace. And
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Your
Yep.
demon, Finn Balor, finally, let's say that again, finally wins a big match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it's a singles match. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Ooh, switch
Now,
that.
let's continue to build Finn. Please, people. Let's continue to build Finn. Obviously, it got close to 8:30, and John Cena comes back out, does the attendance record. I will tell you this right now: Danhausen is hilarious.
Yeah,
Um,
I like that house.
dude, the many things, and shout out to the Miz, man. Miz makes anybody. The
Man,
stuff
Miz
with
is
Kid
awesome.
Wilson and the Miz together right now reminds me of him and Johnny Nitro. Um, I think it's perfect, and I really hope we get a music video with Miz and Kit Wilson doing the
Kid
little Kit Wilson
Wilson.
dance or something. But there was an announcement that came out. John Cena said, "Let's get something real big to happen. My job as the host is finally in." And needless to say, it was time for the main event. I
Man, we
am not
gotta
a
say
CM
John
Punk
Cena.
fan.
Man, don't blame. Look at WWE. Look, like, when y'all say host, I want a host. I want somebody that's gonna be a host. You know,
Cena was
like
very ordinary
he
in this
was.
thing.
He wasn't involved in it. No backstage segments. Nothing like
It was like a Bruce
nothing.
Buffer, like
Yeah, like it
like
was.
in
It
the
was
show.
just. It was so awkward, and especially when he come out there, saying the attendance, and it just felt so awkward. He looked over at the
Look,
pyro
corporate.
and was just
Like
like,
I really
"Okay."
thought Cena was gonna come out there and have like a corporate role into this thing now.
Man, nothing happened with that. So that was horrible with him being the host. It was just to sell tickets. That's all that was. Just to get people there and see if people gonna spend money to come see Cena. If they didn't see him in his retirement tour, they could come see him at WrestleMania
In a
and
suit.
yeah, in a suit. So like that didn't make sense that one bit. But other than that, the main
I will say Cena
event.
broke character with that Danhausen moment was great.
And I just felt like he was acting. He's an actor now, so he was just acting. I mean, come on, like it was
That
okay,
that
you
mini
know.
Danhausen thing just
TikTok,
they
TikTok got
killed
mad at
it.
me a little bit though, talking about some violations when I ain't even saying no. I'm watching it, and Michael Cole says the word midget, and I say, did he say midget? And here go the little
Bro, I
warning on
love how he
TikTok.
said that, and he's like, "Well, that's what they told me to say."
I'm like, dog, I can't believe we called him a midget though. Not even a little person though. But hey, I mean, everything was cool,
Not
man. Then the main
Chinese people
event.
or anything, midget.
Can we give it up for Roman Reigns getting back his original theme song though? Hell yeah, man. I was
Speaking
loving
of
that,
Roman,
man.
is the
Huh?
entrance where they did the aura of his family. I thought
Oh,
that was cool.
yeah. That was dope too, though. My man had got his
And
interest back.
Roman
I was like, oh
showcasing
yeah,
his new Jordans that he's got coming out.
yeah. I'm
The
good with
black and gold
Jones.
tribal chiefs.
Nah,
The
I'm good.
OTC
Bro,
sevens,
you
I
not
think that's
even,
what they're called.
bro. You're not even there every weekend. You want me to come buy your Jordans, man? Like, come on, man. Let's see how this world title reign gonna be because I wasn't really a fan of him
How
actually
do you feel
winning.
about CM Punk coming out to his Ring of Honor
See,
entrance?
I didn't. Like I was saying during the live, I didn't. When he was in Ring of Honor, when that was like '04 or something like that, '05. I
Yeah.
didn't know anything about Ring of Honor at that point, so I didn't know what that was. I thought it was a new theme song. I said, "Hell yeah, this John Crank. This is new theme song." And somebody said in the chat that was his Ring of Honor theme song.
Yeah. Well, I
So
mean,
yeah,
we heard it in AEW as well, and a lot of wrestling fans were like,
yeah,
"Oh,
he
it's gonna
probably
be
did
good
use it in
too."
AW. I didn't. I ain't pay
When
attention. Probably
his last match with
Samoa
who
Joe.
was here? Samoa Joe, or was it? Well, I
It
know he
probably
did it with
was.
MJF. I know he did it with MJF because he
Uh,
came out in his long tights for the
yeah,
MJF match.
yeah.
But
Man.
it was cool. And
I
like I
love the
said, Michael
match.
Cole did a great job
The
describing what the meaning of Punk's jacket. I am not a CM Punk fan.
Oh
Matt,
yeah,
are
yeah,
you?
yeah. It was on the front was someone close to CM Punk that passed away April
Was his
1st,
trainer?
and 3 people that was on the sleeves were WWE employees that passed away, and the person that was on the back was who was
He
that?
had Larry on the back.
Not the no on the back it was paying homage to what's my guy name? Harley Race. Harley
Yeah.
Race. Yeah, so I thought that was, cool. That was cool. But the match itself was the best match of the whole weekend, man. I know Seth and Gunther killed it. I know Obi and Brock did their thing. The ladder matchup was dope. Liv and Stephanie was awesome. But Roman and CM Punk had a match, man, and it was nice. He had brought CM Punk hanging upside down, man, and Superman punching his head 3 times in a row. I said, oh boy, like this is something else, man. Like CM Punk doing the elbow
You
drop
want to
off
say
the
there
top
was a
rope.
guy that was switched in the match? Punk fought very dirty in that match.
Maybe
I
he
mean,
probably
when he
did.
grabbed the crowd's necklace and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
was just
but
sitting there saying stuff like that.
yeah. But that was just a shot at Roman Reigns fans. Like, obviously, I'm here to beat Roman Reigns, and this guy who's a Roman Reigns fan have a Ula Fala. The same thing, Roman Reigns
What is the
around his
purpose of
neck.
a bad guy? You get
I mean,
distracted.
somebody got to be the heel of the match, though. But I think it went both
I mean,
ways.
Roman is Roman. Roman is not a babyface, and everybody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's not, but he's so beloved that everybody loves him now. That's just the only thing about it, though. But either way, somebody got to be the heel in the match, whether it was Punk or Roman.
I
Hey,
think they're both
the match
I think
was
because
nice.
they
I didn't
did
expect
their
Roman
back
to
and
win,
forth.
but he won. So I guess we're gonna
I
get
would
this
say
place
this
back
was
to
a
where
good
we were
back and
supposed to be.
forth. Punk doing the Superman punch was kind of interesting. The crowd really booed him for that. The crowd was engaged in this match from beginning to the end. Um, Punk and Roman went through a whole marathon. I thought that was kind of cool because Roman on the table, Punk jumping off the turnbuckle to hit Roman on the thing. I thought they were going to do a double countout. I was hoping for some type of shenanigans just because it's the very last match. It had the timing. It made sense if it did it. I was hoping that we were going to get a corporate Cena or something in this match just to be like, hey, this match can't end the way it just ended. They did a double. I thought when they did the table spot, they were going to do a double countout. But the ref is sitting out there. Punk popped up out of nowhere. I don't know how Punk instantly could just pop up out of that and was bad mouthing Daniel Cormier's kid. And Roman slowly getting back in the ring. I'm sitting there, I'm like, y'all have been beating the hell out of each other. How the hell y'all both up from that instantly? Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, that would have been the timing to do a double count out or get close to where they both just slide in the ring at the very last second. And that was something I kept expecting, like, and then when they got back in the ring, they started feeding each other back and forth. And then when they double clothesline each other, I'm sitting there like, that's where we're gonna get it. And the ref never counted, so I don't know what the stipulation of that match necessarily
It was a regular match though.
It was
Like
a
it's a
regular match. We should have started getting a 10 count.
Yeah,
Because
but
these
you gotta
people were
realize
down
though,
for a
like back in
bit.
the days though, like look at some of the matches between Triple H and The Rock, man.
They
When it
always
was
still did that.
Yeah, they did a 10 count though. The ref did he counted, but even
It
when
took a
Roman hit him with the
long-ass
steel
time.
steps, even when he hit him with the steel steps, the referee, like that's the referee discretion. Like, it's a world title. You gonna end the match over that though? Like,
No, but what I'm
come
saying
on,
is
man.
if we could have got some real good shenanigans out of this, like a corporate Cena, something involvement to like
But what
if Cena got involved to help
But what
Punk win, something like
would that have done though? That Cena
Cena
it's
could
not
have
like
removed
okay,
Vince McMahon
Cena
once
comes
he
out and restart the match, and it's like okay, he restarts the match, and we don't want it to.
Screws Roman.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, but it's not like we're gonna get a match. No, it's not like it's gonna
It's
like
not a
he's
match
gonna.
with Cena. It's the fact that you're getting a new faction because Cena as a wrestler is done. But corporate Cena could be a whole new beginning.
See, yeah, I get you. I know, I'm for
That
that.
would have
If
made
that
sense
does,
for Punk to win.
if that did happen, but it doesn't look like John is on that type of. Yeah, he looked like he's just there to just
If
do.
you had Cena
He's
as a corporate Cena with
yeah.
Punk,
I
that would
mean,
draw major heat for
yeah, that would have
Netflix.
been crazy. But it seemed like John is just. He's just on his well, if you need me, I'll show up here.
I'm there.
Anything
I'm
else
not.
that result of
Yeah.
being it every single week? Nah, I'm good. He don't give
And of
me that
course, we
vibe no
thought
more.
one other guy
You
was
could
going
tell
to show up.
John was ready to go. He was ready to go. When they offered
He
him
was
that
happy
1
to be
year,
there. I think
yeah,
that's
he
what
was
it
just happy
was.
to be there and not take up too much time and let all the other people shine because
Yeah,
he
he
knew when
did.
he had his moment it was his time. So it's everybody else's time. And John just gives
But
me the vibe
Roman
like
back
I'm
and
done.
forth. I
And
thought when Roman was going to get hit with the GTS again, I thought the really good setup on the finish was Roman falls on Punk. Punk looks at everybody and tries to pick Roman back up for the GTS. Everybody's thinking, oh, this is it. Punk falls over and Roman sets up somehow, some way. Roman hits that final spear. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Roman's the champ again. And last time he was 3 years a champion. Are we going to see something like that again?
Joking.
Or hopefully we're going to see something different. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't even know. I
Are you
can't
do
even.
you think it meant that it needed to happen that Roman won?
I'm gonna say I think it needed to happen. That's the thing. I
Like I
don't like.
said, it did. Nobody needed to win, but at the same time, someone had to win, someone had to
Yeah,
lose.
somebody had it window, but I don't know if Roman needed to win. And like I said, I gotta see how everything plays out within this next 2 weeks or so, because then it would tell me, okay, Roman needed to win. If we back at really like we back zoning in like we was zoning in 2021, 2022, 2023 ish, then okay, we okay, all right. But if it's just to say something, just get people talking, and you just gonna defend the title every now and then roll out, then what's the
I really
point?
believe
Like
it's going to be
I want to
one
get past that stage. Like it's cool. We are going to have those guys who are going to be attractions throughout wrestling time. That's just going to be it. And Roman Reigns may come to a point where he's just going to be that attraction. Whether he shows up here and there, that's just probably going to be. But I just want to get past that moment to where it's like we have a champion and I can see them every single week. I can be like, yeah, that's the guy, and not being like, well, we'll see Roman at his next date. When is that? June 12th. Yeah, we gotta wait to that. Like I don't want to be like that. I could turn over on AEW, and of course it was Mania week, and everything was flooded WWE. Shout out to Darby Allin who won the AEW championship, which some people may not like or disagree or whatever, but I thought it was one of AEW's biggest moments to the date. So I mean, like it was real cool. Like at least Darby Allin gonna be there every week. But I'm just saying though, all jokes aside though, man. I just gotta see how things play out. Huh?
Unless if his Uber driver kidnaps him again.
Yeah, I guess. But let's see how things play out with Roman and everything like that. And
our two main champions is Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, ain't that something?
The two big rivalries. What's gonna happen?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We definitely gonna have to find out. But
let's get an overall thing. Dre, what would you give out of 10 for this WrestleMania this year? Overall.
Night one last night. I said night one, I gave it a 6. Tonight, I give it I'm gonna have to give it probably about a 9. I'm gonna have to give it a 9.
So
I think
overall WrestleMania. I'm not
overall,
just overall.
Overall, man.
Out of 5. Let's do out of 5.
Oh, 1 through 5.
I mean, it makes more sense. I mean, if you're gonna do 1 through 10 for a whole show, that's 2 days, like 2 days worth of a show. Kind of a little weird.
I guess I give it a 4. I guess I give it a 4. Yeah. And I guess because of how night one
Night
played
two.
out. But yeah, night two was awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Night one was
Hey,
awesome
man.
too. It just the little things that I was like, man, what the hell is going on here? I like that match. That match was well. I like Becky won the title back. Seen Paige come back. Braun Breaker, Seven Gunther killed it. Roman and Cody did the thing. Everything. It was nice, but it was just like something missing. I don't know.
Question
But
is what's gonna happen with Randy and Cody now? Like,
yeah, gotta wait all the way to Friday for that. Oh, they
you
might
gotta
do
wait
something
till
tomorrow night.
Friday.
Yeah,
Cody's eye. We gotta say this, man.
or we just
Thoughts
or
and
we
prayers to
or
Cody, man. His
just
eye is hurt.
or just check out Pat McAfee show tomorrow night. They might tomorrow at noon. They might say something then. Who knows? But
He might have
hey,
his
we just gonna have
Netflix
to
on, too.
wait and see though. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to dip out, man. I gotta put little
But
man
yeah,
to bed
man,
and
as
everything.
everybody says, man, like we said, we appreciate everybody watching. Shout out to everybody that was in the comments.
Yay.
Night one and night two reaction. We could have done obviously yesterday's show and tonight, but let's just do it in one. Guys, if y'all are new to the channel, make sure y'all like, share, most importantly, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay on lock when it comes to all our content. We ain't gotta say all of it. We are, you know, just type it in. If you don't, go to Google, type in the Buzzing with Marlo podcast, type in the 1130 podcast. We're on all social media handles. And of course, next week we will be back to our original commission talks day on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We will be also doing our dad rants again. But guys,
Yeah, that one because I think I'm hosting next week though. I think we might start a little bit. We talk because I think I'm supposed to be going to the UFL game, DC Defenders on May 2nd, which I think is at 12 o'clock. So I should be back maybe before then. So yeah, we get.
But like we
chop
said,
it up and
guys,
everything.
commission talks will be back on Saturday next week. As you just heard, we will be back on Talk Pro Wrestling Network on the 1130 podcast on YouTube channel. But guys, I'm Warren Marlowe. That's Dre on Wheels from the 1130 podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, and that's
Ring
the
the
end of
bell.
WrestleMania 42, guys. Y'all have a great end of your Sunday night and get ready for that Monday. So if you
you got to get ready for WrestleMania 43
ready.
next year. That's not even in the country, man. That's gonna be. I'm telling you. Last thing I'm gonna say, AEW, man, whatever wrestling promotion. I'm telling you, next year, y'all better capitalize in April. That is your, especially AEW. That is your biggest time. I'm telling you. I don't know if they're gonna, but they still confirmed. But I'm telling you, AEW need to run a show in April of that week in the States, so everybody can come and celebrate and do something in the States. So, because a lot of fans ain't gonna make it over there. You're gonna see some, but not a lot,
unless
at all.
Unless the ticket prices drop. But guys, thank you for your commission. We love y'all, and we will see you.
Peace.
Bye.